Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at MJ headquarters with resident fat loss supplement fanatic Vince.
What's going on?
With the C. What's happening there, Vince?
Nah, you know, the usual.
Just being a fan of fat loss supplements, we have a new reformulation of what has been quite a popular fat loss supplement in previous years, and I think this new formulation is probably going to skyrocket it. From our good friends at Primabolics Metabolyz version. What version is this?
I think it's 3 now.
3 or 4?
Good question.
I might have to check with Will Warren Davey about that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's definitely more than 2.
Definitely more than 2.
That's for sure. Anyway, let's go with 2023. Let's go with Primabolics Metabolyz 2023. Vince?
Yes.
Let's take a deep dive.
Let's do it. So from here, 1 or 2 scoop serves. And, let me grab the servings. Let me press scoop. I missed that.
60 scoops, Vince.
60 scoops, it is. I'm just going to quickly try and pull this up.
60 scoops, 30 serves.
Anyway, in those, making up those scoops, we have yerba mate as the first ingredient in a 10-to-1 extract. We're going to go through the 2 scoops. So there's 500 milligrams of yerba mate leaf in each 2 scoops, which is really in there to increase fatty acid oxidation. So going to help you break down fat. It is.
It's slightly underdosed though. We like to see about 1,000 milligrams of yerba mate. We're at a 500 milligram 10-to-1 extract, so about a half a clinical dose.
Yeah. We then have the olive leaf extract in a 500 milligram dose as well, which can have protective effects against LDL oxidation and benefit glucose metabolism and skin health.
Yeah, and the dosage there is pretty much bang on.
Yeah, decent dose.
Milligrams.
We then have Coles for Scholar at 20% for Scolin in a 250 milligram dose, which is really in there to help with CM levels, which is going to kind of increase metabolism, really.
Yeah, it's going to boost metabolic output, Vince, and that is a very nice dose.
It is, yeah.
With a solid extract as well, a 20% for Scolin extract at 250 milligrams. Very good.
100%.
Very good.
We then have ashwagandha in a 5% with phenolides at 200 milligrams. Which is an adaptogenic herb, which is really in there to help with cortisol levels and stress. Yeah,
I mean, ashwagandha and fat loss supplements, it's a vibe at the moment.
It is, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest.
Not sure?
Yeah. Look, I'm happy to see not a big dose of ashwagandha. We generally, at a 5% standardization, we like to see 600 milligrams.
Yeah.
So it's not a big dose of ashwagandha. It is in there. It's going to regulate cortisol levels. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think the jury's still out on the how effective ashwagandha is in a stimulant-based fat burner.
Yeah, I think, ashwagandha has its place throughout your day, but I don't think, especially most fat burners in the morning.
Yeah. It's kind of like when companies put fat burners in protein powders.
It's kind of
like, look, there's nothing wrong with it. You just don't. You wouldn't take them at that time.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, let's move on.
We then have cinnamon barium, which I believe is cinnamon.
It's just cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's the full clinical name for cinnamon.
In a 50 milligram dose, which is really cinnamon bark, which can help it has insulin-based effects or can mimic kind of that, so it might help with blood sugar.
Yeah, not
levels.
In that dose though.
Not in that dose,
50 milligrams ain't going to get it done.
No.
When you're taking teaspoons of cinnamon, that's when you're going to get that sort of benefit. But
don't do that at home.
Well, it's a cinnamon teaspoon challenge.
Yeah, better you than me. We then have alpha lipoic acid in a 100 milligram dose, which is really in there. It's involved with energy metabolism, so it can really. It's going to help you burn more energy, essentially.
Yeah, some blood sugar regulation from ALA as well. And 100 milligram dose, once again, it's on the lighter end of dosing for ALA as well.
We then have chromium picolinate, which is really in there to help regulate blood sugar levels as well.
Yeah, and this is a big dose.
Yeah.
This is actually overdosed.
It is, big
so
dose.
when you kind of consider those 3 ingredients together as part of a glucose disposal blend, insulin sensitivity boosting blend, there's some nice synergies.
Quite well, yeah.
Yeah.
We then go into the metabolic vitamin blend, consisting of 250 milligrams of vitamin C, magnesium citrate in 200 milligrams. We have vitamin B1, which B1 helps your body use carbohydrates as energy as well. B3, I mean, all these B vitamins are really used, as I go through them, in the production of energy and the breaking down of kind of fats in your food.
Yeah,
essentially.
100%.
So,
fly through them, Vince. Fly through them.
We have riboflavin, B2 in 20 milligrams, B5, 10 milligrams. We have B6, 10 milligrams, selenium, 200 micrograms. We then have iodine in 100 micrograms. Vitamin B12, 25 micrograms, and I think that's it.
That's the metabolic vitamin.
That's yeah.
And then we move into the thermogenic complex, or the energy boosting complex, starting with some natural caffeine.
It is. So starting with 250 milligrams of natural caffeine from green coffee bean, which is a solid dose, I think.
Yeah.
We then have synephrine in a 30 milligram dose as well, another stimulant similar to caffeine. Niagen, which is a great kind of fruit extract, which can help kind of reduce blood lipids as well and weight. I think it's actually a stimulant similar to kind of synephrine.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we have hesperidin in a 100 milligram dose, which is found in orange peels. Really an increase in circulation and blood flow is the main kind of thing that comes from that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we fly into our nootropics to round it out.
We do, which is L-tyrosine in 1,000 milligrams, which is going to increase the production of dopamine, really, make you feel good, increase feeling of well-being. We then have alpha GPC, 200 milligrams, which is going to help with mental focus. We have L-theanine, 100 milligrams, which is going to pair well with the caffeine to provide a longer lasting effect and avoid kind of drowsiness.
Yep.
And huperzine A in a 5 milligram but 50 microgram dose in there, which is going to help stop the breakdown of choline, so the mental focus effects last longer.
Yeah, some nice synergism there with the alpha GPC. All right, Vince, man, there's a lot. Man, there's a lot going on in this formula. How many ingredients are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 ingredients.
Too many.
Shit the bed.
It's a lot.
I feel like we just spoke for 25 minutes going through the damn ingredients. Yeah. All right, what are our thoughts on this formula, man?
I mean, I like it because it's different.
Yeah.
It's different to every other fat burner in the kind of approach they take rather than just fat metabolism. It's a lot more around blood sugar levels, thyroid, the natural metabolic vitamin blend in there in terms of trying to increase your metabolic rate naturally.
Yeah.
Rather than just, here's some stimulants, here's some fat metabolizers, let them work together.
Yeah.
It's a different approach.
It's very different. And I think that it does some things well, but there's some big gaps in this formula as well.
Yeah.
You know, when we consider the 5 things that we look for in complete stimulant-based, metabolic boosting, fat loss enhancing supplements.
Yeah.
Just fat burners, you know, we tend to look for an increase in thermogenesis, an increase in fat metabolism and lipolysis, an increase in metabolic output, stabilizing fat loss hormones, in particular insulin and cortisol, and then increasing energy and feeling of well-being. And I think when you consider those 5 effects, increasing thermogenesis, there's not a lot going on in here aside from the stimulants. Increasing fat metabolism and lipolysis, there's also not a lot going on. I mean, one of the biggest missing ingredients that we tend to see in fat loss supplements is some form of carnitine.
Yeah.
It's nowhere to be found in the new Metabolize. Increasing metabolic output, definitely gets a big tick there with the foscolin and the synephrine and the other stimulants. Stabilizing fat loss hormones, I think it does a good job of the insulin side of things.
Yep.
The cortisol, I mean, there's a bit of that ashwagandha.
So kind of half a dose.
Kind of halfway there.
Yeah.
And then in terms of increasing energy, feeling of well-being, I think it does that very well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it does certain things well, but then there are some big gaps in this formula.
Yeah.
Also, so I think really it kind of comes down to, you know, what effects do you value the most in your fat burner, and does Metabolize suit those effects?
100%.
Where are we at in terms of price, availability, and first flavors?
So first, the flavors that it comes in: candy watermelon, paradise fruits, pink lemonade, and strawberry kiwi. And
there is a pineapple flavor coming as well. I know there's a special tub on my desk that I may have been using myself. The flavors, and I really want to make a point of this because the previous versions of Metabolize, let's call a spade, have been shit. I was going to say, have left a lot to be desired, but let's just go straight there. But it's not sugarcoat it. Shit. These flavors, we did a tasting with Primabolics few months ago now.
Yeah, 2 months ago maybe.
And the flavors are very good.
Yeah.
They've really kind of fixed that. The pineapple that I've been using, the 5th flavor that's yet to be released.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. That disappeared real quick.
Yeah. It's in my personal supplement pantry at home. Very, very good. So they've done a really good job with the flavors. Price and availability, Vince.
$79.95 for your 60 scoops. So what's that, $1.30 around about?
I mean, 60 scoops, and when you're doing a 2-scoop serve, it's 30. It's 30.
Oh, 30 serves. Yeah, 30 serves. Yeah.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that price point. Yeah, very good. And availability?
Available now.
Vince, anything else you'd like to add?
That's it.
Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MJ Fitness YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, your desktop PC, your smart TV, and whatever other device you are watching this video on, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all these new basic breakdowns and everything else we've got happening here on the channel. That is Basic Breakdown on the all-new 2023 version of Primabolics Metabolyz full, complete, stimulant-based fat loss support supplement. Until next time, where we coming to and from, Vince.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay